Singapore is famous for being organized and safe, but some of the laws here are so absurd that they sound fake. Let's look at the most absurd real laws that actually exist, and maybe we can uncover some myths. Some of you might know durian. It's a fruit that, to be honest, smells really bad. I haven't tried it so far because honestly the smell just isn't really appealing to me, but it's actually banned on public transportation because of its smell, which honestly I'm really grateful for this law because it really smells bad, and actually you can get fined for it. That you shouldn't spit or litter should be common sense, but here in Singapore it can get really expensive if you do it. Singapore wants just to stay really clean, so they have a lot of laws and rules to keep it that way. Did you know that feeding pigeons is actually illegal? Singapore considers them as like a pest and kind of like a risk for public hygiene. So they don't want you to see how you feed any pigeons because then the pigeons will come back. So don't feed any pigeons here. There once was an incident where I guess someone set a bus on fire, and since then actually public drinking is forbidden after 10:30 p.m. till 7 a.m. the next day. Of course, when you go to a bar or clubs or whatever, that's a totally different situation, but in public spaces, it's not allowed. So if you wanna get your beer, go to a bar, because there it's not an issue at all. If you're a smoker, it can be a little bit more difficult in Singapore to find places to smoke. You have those designated smoking areas where you can go to, but so often in public areas you're not allowed to smoke, especially in a lot of parks here. Those are actually smoke-free parks, just to also protect the environment and of course that you don't litter. And honestly, the fines are so heavy you don't even want to risk it. When you're in the safety of your own home and you want to be naked, just make sure that no public space can see you, because that would be illegal. So either you close the curtains or you just get dressed in a place where no one from the outside can see you, because yeah, that can be fined heavy as well, which honestly, that's crazy to me. Like, you're in the safety of your own home, but that's just how it is. One law which is really extreme and they take it really seriously is when it comes to trucks. You should never ever import, take, sell any trucks in Singapore. Don't even get in contact with them, not at all, so stay clean here. Because depending on how much you have and what kind of truck you have, you can end up so many years in prison for that, or in the worst case, but I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not really sure if it comes to only the Singaporean people or also foreigners, but they have death penalty. So yeah, stay clear, don't take any drugs. Oh, and by the way, vaping here, that's a big no-no, because vaping here is illegal. They are so against vaping. I'm not really sure why it is, but even in buses you have like posters saying vaping is getting more dangerous. So don't vape here, don't take any drugs, stay clear. And as always, when you go to another country, respect their laws, respect their culture, and just be a good tourist. Be friendly, be respectful, especially to the locals here, because that's what you always should do, right? In case your Wi-Fi signal is bad and you think, oh, I can just use the Wi-Fi from my neighbor, it should be fine. It isn't. It's actually illegal in Singapore, and they kind of treat it as hacking, so don't log into someone else's Wi-Fi. Porn is illegal. You cannot sell, distribute, own or produce any porn. People still do it, of course, but the law is really clear on that. And here are some myths. You have to flush when you're in the public restroom. So the law is that public toilets must be kept clean, and yes, while flushing can fall under that, it doesn't say explicitly you have to flush in public restrooms. Another thing where there's so much confusion about, and where it's kind of myth is chewing gum is illegal. That's not illegal, but it is illegal to import and to sell gum. So that is kind of also pretty clear that you cannot chew any gum here, but chewing gum itself is not illegal. Another myth is you cannot hug or kiss in public, which is not true. There's no law that says that. It's more when you do it to an extreme, you know, when it becomes really sexual or obscene, then it's not allowed. And also respect here is like really high in the culture. So of course it's pretty disrespectful when you make out in public like really crazy and you're getting a little bit too extreme. So you should keep that to your private home, but it's not illegal to hug or kiss in public. So I hope you liked that video and see you in the next one. Bye!